I want my roof fixed. I want my roof fixed.
Homeowners all fired up and frustrated after they say an Ohio contractor took their insurance money but has not replaced their roofs. It started with a tip to ABC6 investigators.
Brooks Droz spent months digging into the complaints, lawsuits, and the cases of those folks left in limbo. And Brooks joins us now live in the studio with an update.
Guys, a Hilliard neighborhood was hit hard by this storm 1 year ago. And shortly after, homeowners say a sales rep came knocking and contracts were getting signed for roof replacement. Now, many months later, they're still waiting and wondering what's next.
Slowly, the signs of spring bring a change in the weather, but what hasn't changed is the sign of setbacks.
There's a shingle in the gutter here. You can see one that's come down off of there.
Expecting a new roof, Tom Chumita is still left waiting. He signed up with Mac Contracting last summer following the spring storms. He says an employee was going door to door looking for business.
So I was probably the perfect person for them to sell a roof to, not knowing anything about shingles or roofs.
Chumita was given this letter stating Mac Contracting had more than 2,000 happy clients and an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. We checked, and right now Mac Contracting has a C and 24 complaints since 2013.
I don't trust them.
Other neighbors like Chris say the 90-day promise to get the roof replaced has come and gone. And even with the nice weather, Chris is skeptical that she'll ever see the thousands of dollars in insurance money signed over to Mac Contracting.
I'm sitting on how stupid can I be? But it's a smooth, slick game that they talk.
The man at the center of Mac Contracting is President and CEO Brett McClafferty. Records show the business is based in Aurora, Ohio, just this tiny office suite, hours from that Hilliard neighborhood. Since the summer of 2013, we found Chris, like nearly 24 others, filed complaints against Mac Contracting with the Ohio Attorney General's office.
I want my roof fixed. I want my roof fixed.
ABC6 investigators uncovered at least 9 civil suits filed in 2 Northeast Ohio counties, all alleging Mac Contracting and Brett McClafferty took the insurance money and never did the work, and in some instances never even ordered the roofing supplies.
The product was never shipped. The product was never paid for.
The Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation has been looking into many of those cases. In Summit County, this criminal indictment spells it out. Grand theft, a 4th-degree felony. The Taylors say they signed a contract in 2013, but Mac Contracting never replaced the roof.
Brett McClafferty is being prosecuted for theft because Brett McClafferty committed theft.
A motion led to this April 9th hearing to try to get the criminal case dismissed. McClafferty's lawyer compares it to another case, claiming the issue should be handled as a civil matter.
And it sure sounds arbitrary when the defendant in the civil case is similarly situated to my client in the criminal case.
McClafferty spoke with ABC6 investigators by phone and says he always had intentions of doing the work. Just a couple weeks ago, McClafferty was also indicted criminally for passing bad checks to suppliers. He admitted to 7 homeowners that still need their roofs replaced in Hilliard, which he intends to fix in the coming weeks.
Should they be worried that you've taken the money and haven't done the work?
McClafferty said on the phone, now that the weather is broken, we're obviously moving forward with our obligations under those contracts. And I think the customers will be very satisfied with the end results.
I don't feel that they can be trusted.
Another neighbor who didn't want to be identified says after months of no results, he received a certified letter in the mail explaining his roof wouldn't get finished until spring because of winter weather. And even though his insurance check was cashed, he never saw any materials despite repeat claims he would.
And they never showed up.
They've never showed up.
After weeks of pressure, promises of a refund, and knowing ABC6 investigators were on the case, McClafferty sent us this picture of a check to prove he was sending money back. It was for nearly $6,000, a payment the neighbor says he waited months for and successfully cashed.
No, nothing. Nothing since the end of December. No contact.
Still others, like Lucinda Gardner, are left waiting for a refund and watching her roof leak.
And yet, here's another one.
Despite signing a contract last summer, she too was told she would have to wait until spring.
I want the money back. I don't want them to touch my roof, and I want another roofing contractor to do my roof.
McClafferty said in an email you can't expect an Eskimo to build an igloo in Ohio during the summer, and you can't expect a roofer to finish all jobs in the month of April when it's been snowing and raining. He did give us a short list of satisfied homeowners. One told us a subcontractor completed the work and did a good job, but another we found filed a complaint with the Attorney General, claiming the insurance money was taken and the work wasn't finished. Neighbors say it was finally done in late November, and a third is upset, telling ABC6 investigators Mac Contracting did the work, but his roof still leaks.
Like, these people are kind of like ambulance chasers.
For Tom Chumita, he wants the leaks to stop and a new roof to get started.
Just kind of laying there, it's loose, it's falling off.
This time sooner rather than later.
McClafferty told us to give him several weeks to fix the roofs. We waited a month, and so far, only one neighbor has had roofing supplies delivered. That just happened Friday. McClafferty says the roofs will be completed soon, and a recent letter explains Mac Contracting is merging with another company. McClafferty says that's to expedite things and increase buying power for his company. I'm investigator Brooks Jerose, ABC6 News.
An update now to an ABC6 investigation. A roofing company we exposed is now getting sued by the Ohio Attorney General. Brooks Jerose first uncovered cases of homeowners left in limbo, and he's on your side in the newsroom now with what this lawsuit means. Brooks?
Bob, this lawsuit orders Mac Contracting and CEO Brett McClafferty to pay back all of the homeowners we profiled in our ABC6 investigation. But that's not all. Any contract from 2013 until now that involved unfair or deceptive practices. We showed you several homeowners in Hilliard who were told their roofs were damaged, so they signed over insurance money to Mac Contracting. For some, it's been nearly a year of waiting, and most have seen little or no progress. Attorney General Mike DeWine says Mac Contracting failed to deliver roof materials, repairs, and services. The suit also says the company never got permits or licenses and accepted money for several projects before the work was approved. Finally, Mac Contracting claimed it was a BBB accredited business when it never has been. And we told you the Attorney General has at least 20 complaints against Mac Contracting. Total loss is near 60 grand. ABC6 is on your side getting results. Another roofing company is stepping up to help some of those homeowners. Of course, we'll keep you posted. Live in the newsroom, Brooks Jerose, ABC6 investigators.
Homeowners left in limbo are finally getting their roofs replaced. An ABC6 investigation uncovered an Ohio roofing company taking insurance money and not doing any work for nearly a year. Tonight, investigator Brooks Jerose is on your side with a local roofer who's digging into his own pockets to help out.
After months of waiting and wondering,
I didn't think that one phone call would have such a marvelous chain reaction.
the Hoffman Farms neighborhood in Hilliard is buzzing.
I'm thrilled. I'm so excited.
Lucinda Gardner is one of a handful of homeowners who finally is seeing her roof replaced.
I'm definitely a firm believer in helping others.
Eric Rue runs Rue's Remodeling and Restoration. He stepped up after ABC6 investigators exposed complaints, civil lawsuits, and criminal indictments against a different company, Mac Contracting and CEO Brett McClafferty. Prosecutors and the Attorney General say McClafferty took some homeowners' insurance money and never finished the work. Now Rue's doing it for free.
Well, I just thought it was a blessing, really. It was, he called and said, I saw the story and I talked to Channel 6 on your side, and I just want to make it right for you.
Others, like Tom Chumita, thought they had been stung.
Good, nice to meet you.
Now grateful that someone was willing to stop the headaches. Roofing Supply Group piled on the support.
Makes me feel phenomenal.
Donating supplies to 3 jobs originally to be completed by Mac Contracting almost a year ago.
In this industry, you need to do what you say you're going to do.
Brett McClafferty insists Mac Contracting has since completed several homes in the neighborhood or refunded the open jobs. At least 2 homeowners, like Chumita, have yet to receive a refund.
I look at the roof and just think, man, I got hope in people. It's a blessing.
I can't explain it. It just...
For Chris Rogers, it's a relief.
Miracles happen.
I wanted to get their homes taken care of. I'm a Hilliard boy, grown up here my whole life, and I wanted to pay it forward through the neighborhood.
I got my roof fixed because of Channel 6 on your side.
Knowing now their biggest investment is protected for years to come.
Since our initial investigation, Attorney General Mike DeWine sued Mack Contracting for its practices. We sat down with CEO Brett McClafferty just hours ago to get his take. Did you just get in over your head?
No, absolutely not. I can look you in the eye right now and tell you that we have never taken a client on and not intended to do the work or thought maybe we can't do the work. That has never gone through my mind, not once.
McClafferty plans to file a countersuit and says he never defrauded homeowners. We'll keep on this as it develops, so stay tuned. Brooks Jarose, ABC6 investigator.
An update now on an ABC6 investigation into a roofing contractor.
Now, we first exposed the Ohio company last month, accused of taking insurance money and never doing the work. It even prompted the Attorney General to sue.
Investigator Brooks Jarose went straight to the CEO of Mack Contracting to ask the tough questions.
Are you ripping off homeowners?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I think that having to deny that, I consider a great personal dishonor.
Mack Contracting CEO Brett McClafferty says he's delivering on his promise to replace roofs. His company goes door to door with a plan to inspect roofs and get insurance money to fix the damage. ABC6 investigators profiled several homeowners like Tom Chumita, who have been waiting nearly a year for a new roof. Another company fixed it for free after our On Your Side investigation. Now Chumita's just waiting on a refund from Mack Contracting.
So will he see the money?
Absolutely, 100%. I think there isn't a client in Hilliard who has requested a refund that hasn't seen the money.
Because they did a weave, and that's
Other homeowners like Chris Rogers have received checks, but she still hasn't been able to successfully cash it.
Has your company done anything wrong?
I believe that we could have handled certain clients better. I think that our customer service could have been better. I think that we dropped the ball on a few clients.
This company just has a long, consistent pattern of not doing the work on time.
Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine sued Mack Contracting and Brett McClafferty for not finishing work and not refunding homeowners.
We're not going to stand back and let someone abuse Ohio consumers the way that he has done. But we also want to give them a chance to fix it.
Why can't your company do a roof in one day?
Number one, we have way more volume than Joe the roofer.
McClafferty plans to countersue and says work is being done right now. We found one Mack Contracting crew replacing this roof in Hilliard several weeks ago, and McClafferty says the rest will be finished in the coming weeks.
Did you just get in over your head?
No, absolutely not. I can look you in the eye right now and tell you that we have never taken a client on and not intended to do the work or thought maybe we can't do the work. That has never gone through my mind, not once.
Still, Attorney General DeWine says there are 14 unresolved cases with more complaints coming in.
I mean, it's not right, and it's not legal.
Mack Contracting pleaded guilty to grand theft in Cuyahoga County. Other criminal and civil cases are working through the courts. McClafferty says his business has been unfairly targeted.
I think that our operation is one of the cleanest and the most upstanding out of all of them. So I don't think that we've done anything wrong legally. I don't think that I know we haven't done anything intentionally wrong.
McClafferty disputes the Attorney General's lawsuit, including that he claimed Mack Contracting was accredited by the Better Business Bureau. McClafferty says he's never claimed that. We're still waiting to see if all the Hilliard homeowners we know about do get a refund or their roof replaced. Of course, we'll keep you posted. Brooks Jarose, ABC6 investigators.
First it was families, now it's contractors left in limbo. An Ohio company accused of not doing work and now not paying up. Investigator Brooks Jarose first exposed Mack Contracting a couple of months ago. Since then, this pattern of problems has widened. Brooks?
Bob, I spoke with Mack Contracting CEO Brett McClafferty. He says the proof is on the roof. Jobs are getting done. But what we found now is that some checks are not going through.
After months upon months of waiting, this roof was finally getting replaced. But now the subcontractor is the one waiting.
I want my money. Just give me my money and stop making excuses.
Amado Rivera is studying construction management at Columbus State and is working side jobs to pay for school. He responded to an ad on Craigslist with Forza, formerly Mac Contracting. It's a company now being sued by the Ohio Attorney General after ABC6 investigators exposed a pattern of taking insurance money and not doing any work for nearly a year, if at all.
So it's not like they've changed their way they do business. I mean, this is just the way he does business.
I would like a refund.
Remo Picciano is also suing Mac Contracting and CEO Brett McClafferty after Remo says he was jerked around for months.
Enough's enough. We're almost at a year and it just wasn't happening, so I had to pull the trigger.
And a lot of these...
We questioned CEO Brett McClafferty in May after homeowners we spoke with were waiting to get paid back.
How long does the process take?
The process typically takes anywhere from 2 weeks to a month, depending on if the homeowner wants to have the...
Just to pay him back?
Well, because it's not that simple, Brooks.
Yeah, here's another one.
But a simple fact is at least 4 homeowners have yet to get their money back after several months of waiting.
There isn't a client in Hilliard who has requested a refund that hasn't seen the money.
What can be seen is a lot of roofs finally getting replaced, nearly a dozen. ABC6 investigators found this ad on Craigslist looking for roofing crews. The phone number coming back to McClafferty's company.
That's a bad check right there. And I got 2 other checks that did the same thing.
Evaristo Hernandez is another subcontractor who says after several jobs and several months, he's never seen a dime.
I did it for free. It's not, I know he didn't pay me. I know he's not going to pay me anymore, so I don't know what to do.
Hernandez is like some who have received checks, but they've either been rejected, stopped, or bounced.
After I tried 3 times.
The check bounced. Why would the check bounce?
It did not bounce. There's no way. This is impossible.
I want to see my money. I want to see my money.
If subcontractors weren't get paid, I'd have a lien on my house, and if I'm trying to sell it, that's just would be the worst thing to have happen.
And another red flag was this sign. Mac Contracting claimed it was BBB accredited, which it's not.
Why did you claim you were BBB accredited?
We've never claimed to be BBB accredited. I don't know where they're getting that allegation.
Picciano was left paying off his roof after he hired another roofing company. And Rivera is forced to pay crews out of pocket, knowing he may never see the money he earned.
I'm the one who's losing all the money here. I feel like I didn't know what to do, you know.
We uncovered court records that show Brett McClafferty filed bankruptcy. He tells us several Hilliard homeowners are very satisfied with their new roofs. We're working to see if all of the subcontractors get paid for their work. Brooks DeRose, ABC6 investigator.